potato day. It's okay that we've had a frost. As you can see, that frost that we had and a little bit of snow on Friday, really anything that had green foliage that is in the garden is for the most part annual, and that just froze the water in the leaves and they're dead. But we can still get potatoes out of the ground. The ground is not very cold because it's pretty insulated, especially if it's just a 24-hour cold event. So what we have here are the tomato plants mixed in with some marigolds. You're seeing some marigolds. And at the base of this plant that was stem and lots of leaves will be the part of the underground stem, or the tuber that's the potato. So if we put our shovel right back down at the base of the stem, one challenge about digging potatoes is not to go through them. So if you can go sort of near where they were growing and just lift the soil up gently all the way down. Just go ahead and step on the shovel, yeah. And then just gently lift it up and turn this, sort of lift the soil out, turn it over. Yep, that'll probably be good right there. And what you're going to see are probably the types of potatoes that you're not used to. So these are a purple skin, something called a fingerling potato, which describes the shape of them. This is a fully mature edible variety. So we're going to dig a few of these, and I'll show you guys how to do some simple but delicious roast potatoes. So you guys will be doing this week, Thursday, Friday. And here's one variety. We have several different varieties, so as we uncover them, they probably will not all be this dark purple skin. I have some red and some lighter color. We'll look for them. All right, hi guys. Last recipe for the semester, I guess. Roasted fingerling potatoes. So it's really simple. I think that most people really like this recipe. Here we have the ingredients. Whatever herbs you have, and so in the garden, so we're going to be harvesting Thursday and Friday potatoes, and you guys can take some herbs home too. So we have this one, little leaf. There's our thyme, this big, a little bit fuzzy leaf, sage, this green leaf, oregano, and parsley. So any of those are game for this recipe. Then also black pepper, garlic. You could certainly chop fresh garlic, or I'm going to use garlic powder to make it easy on myself, since I definitely need easy these days. Salt and olive oil. And then, so I went and harvested some of the potatoes earlier, and I just want to show you, potatoes grow in the ground. So yes, they definitely need to be washed. So the thing I've done in class is have students wash them with toothbrushes, fresh, unused ever toothbrushes. It's got the right size bristles. It's really good for washing them off, because we have in class traditionally prepared these with the skins on, which the skins are super nutritious. Also, when you're preparing such a small potato as this, if you were to peel it, you would have even less, left for your dish. So I have a vegetable brush that's like this, and that's the next thing to do, is to clean up the outside skins of these potatoes really well. Okay, so cold water under running water is going to wash all of the dirt right off the outside of the potato. And these probably look pretty unusual to you, because these are not the most common potato that you buy in the grocery store, which is probably a russet potato with a brown skin. It's a very dark colored potato, and they're considered the color purple, very dark. So rinse them under running water and brush, and then that will be, we'll stack them up to the side and then cut them in half. Okay, so our potatoes are all cleaned up, and one random carrot, which we're gonna harvest carrots. If we have good size, we can add those in with the potatoes for the roasting. So now you can see the really interesting purple color of these potatoes. It's one reason why I chose to grow these at the garden, because they're out of the ordinary. They're not something that you're usually be buying from the grocery store. Although if you look, you probably will be able to find some of these for sale. I also want to point out this one really unusual potato. Go ahead and lift that up. This is perfectly fine potato. It just has these fascinating projections on it. This is a good example of the type of potato that, if this were commercial farming and these potatoes needed to be packaged and shipped from the farm to a processing plant, and then to the warehouse and then to the grocery store, probably wouldn't make it because it is not meeting our expectations of what a fingerling potato should look like. But it's perfectly fine. And so rather than this go into the waste stream and add to food waste, we can certainly prepare this as well as any of the rest of them be part of the roasted potatoes. Okay, so we're going to, my helper here will help me slice each of these in half. Oh, the other thing is, you may get a potato that we harvested in the garden that has a soft spot in it. So we do have a little damage in the skin, and that end of the potato is not good. It is a little bit rotten. So we're going to just cut that part off and then inspect it. And now here it's looking firm and stiff and what we expect. So that cut off part we'll put in the compost with any other parts that we think are undesirable. Any parts that got damaged by a shovel, or this part I think was just a rotten end the way it was growing under the ground, but now the rest of it is good. So let's cut these in half and place them in our bowl. Okay, so we're ready for the herbs. They've been washed underneath running water to get any dirt off of them. And now we're going to start with the parsley. You're going to take the parsley and take off any of the long stems. You can just rip it right with your fingers. And we're going to put the stems in the compost and go for the leaves for this recipe. Okay, now get the measuring spoon. We're gonna do 1 tablespoon of oil. Mm-hmm.
Could be exact.
Go. A teaspoon of garlic powder.
That smells good. Oh, we're not very high on that.
Okay. Sprinkle it everywhere. And then a shake of that and some grains of that. Okay. Okay. Okay, then reach behind yourself, get a spoon, and mix it all around. Does it seem like the oil's coating it, or do you need more oil?